What's going on, guys? This is Mr. DeLorean here. Welcome to a brand new video, and today what I wanted to do is break down the trailer and sneak peeks for episode 14 of season 10 of The Walking Dead, episode titled Look at the Flowers. Like usual, all the links to everything will be down below in the description. We will first go over the trailer and then the sneak peeks, but without further ado or any distraction, let's hop right into breaking down the trailer for 10:14. First, we see Carol placing Alpha's head on a pike. Alpha's head, or zombified head, looks really cool actually, and seeing it on the pike and just like, more of it and everything just does look cool. It's weird, but it's cool. We then see Negan and Carol in this field with the pike shown, and I feel like this is a different field to where we see the original pike, like, line up and everything, since there are way more spikes, and it looks just like a different setting than, like, the actual pike, lineup setting place. Negan mentions to Carol that he held up his end of the deal, and now she must hold up hers, but what deal? Well, you'll just have to wait to the sneak peeks for that one or anything, but Carol walks away saying that she is not going back, meaning to, like, back to, the hilltop or Alexandria or any of those places just yet. But where is she going? We next see Negan approaching a cabin with a field surrounding it looking very similar to the one Lydia saw when she, broke out of her chair and opened the door. Most likely meaning Negan is going back to set her free or help her out. Negan enters, like, seeing the chair empty and everything, meaning Lydia broke out, and he knows this and everything since he does look pretty, like, weird out, like, oh, what happened or anything. We then see Daryl punch Negan and everything and pin him against the wall with his crossbow and everything, clearly angry and everything. But why is Daryl doing this and everything, and how does he know to go here? Well, Aaron most likely told Daryl and everything about him wearing a Whisper mask, most likely being a part of the Whispers and everything, and probably being a part of the Whisper army that attacked Hilltop. And with Lydia being free, she might have gone back and told them where the cabin is and everything, where they might go to and everything, so, that's a bit of a scary part. We next cut to Eugene, who is telling someone, I'm not sure who, but that he's found someone outside their orbit, most likely referring to Stephanie, or, probably 100%, like, referring to Stephanie. This right here also is he's most likely talking to them inside the cabins that, they referred to as their, like, go-to area and everything once shit goes bad at Hilltop, their rendezvous or whatever. We next see Jerry and Ezekiel most likely sharing a final moment before Ezekiel leaves, because of course we know Ezekiel is going with Eugene and Yumiko to meet Stephanie in Pittsburgh. We next cut to Beta, who is sitting inside some building, but what is weird is he has Alpha's head and is clearly broken by the fact that his leader and maybe friend, I don't know, and everything is dead. I can't wait to see how he reacts to this, because it's going to be fucking extreme. We then see Eugene, Ezekiel, and Yumiko riding horses towards Pittsburgh and everything, and for a CG Pittsburgh, it does actually look really good. Or at least I heard that they were going to do a CG Pittsburgh, because obviously they can't go and just film in Pittsburgh since it's just there's just be too much work and everything, which is not an insult saying they wouldn't, like, do too much work, but it's just more convenient and everything, meaning we get the show earlier and stuff like that and I'm more on schedule. But this shot does look very, very cool. We then get a final shot of Eugene saying that he's willing to be the fool after everything they've lost. Now, in the official Walking Dead YouTube YouTube trailer that they, the official, channel released and everything, for some reason they uploaded a shortened 20-second trailer, and there was two shots that were missing in this trailer that were uploaded in, like, an extended trailer, so let's go over those shots. We see Beta and two other Whispers approach the pikes and everything, and they see Alpha's head, and this is where Beta will most likely take Alpha's head off. Also, something that I completely forgot to, acknowledge and everything is in the back of, this photo right here, you can see a cabin. Now, what is the significance of this cabin right here and everything? Well, there was a leaked photo, a very long time ago. I think it was even before the premiere of season 10B, but there was this photo of someone eating on the ground and everything, and everyone was wondering, who is this? Is it Aaron? Is it, Gabriel? Is it, I think, Magma? Tons of other people and everything. A lot of people are like, who is this? So I do wonder if this cabin right here is where Beta and these two Whispers find Alpha's body, and that's, of course, where he does this iconic screaming up in the air, no, and everything, all this type of shit. And then obviously it's like, okay, but where could the head be and everything? And obviously before that and everything, they'll obviously probably see walkers eating at the body and everything. Either Beta will get very angry and kill the walkers, scream at them, or they'll have them lured away. But then obviously Beta will be like, okay, where's the head and everything? And they'll obviously go to this section right here and everything and see the head on the pikes, and that's where the final moment and blow will hit Beta the hardest. This is also where we do get to see his reaction, since, he does look baffled in the scene, where we will get that line from one of these two Whisperers that Beta or Negan is the new Alpha, and he will clearly get very fucking pissed, just like in the comics, how he screams at them going, no, I'm not the new Alpha. She's like, there will never be a new Alpha. And the ending shot of this extended trailer is Beta in this town that we do have, that we have seen spoiler photos before of, leaked set photos, and this, town does look very familiar, readying up his horde and everything, and getting all of them ready for the invasion of Alexandria or somewhere else, which I did release a spoiler video about that or anything, about something, alternate, like location where this horror could be taken to. But this building does look very, you know, similar to the one where he was grieving over Alpha's head-ins, so that's cool. And I guess we now know where he's going to most likely spend a decent amount in the episode. Now onto the sneak peeks. The first one is between Ezekiel and Jerry, and this is like, you know, the two saying goodbye and everything. And Ezekiel saying that he is sick and must go with Eugene and everything to make new friends. And this scene is actually really good. Like, I personally really liked it and everything. I could watch it over and over and over again, I think, because the moment was very emotional, but also very funny and just overall great. Like, you know, and it's just a very happy moment between the two and everything. Something that we haven't gotten a little bit, mainly because of, like, you know, the events of, like, you know, previous episodes. The next sneak peek is Carol walking through the woods and anything. Now, this takes place, I'm assuming, after she puts Alpha's head on, like, you know, the spike and walk after, like, you know, the spike moment or anything, and walks away from Negan. So she's just walking through the woods and anything, and here's some whispers, or not whisperers or anything, but some whispers saying, like, you know, Carol, like, and she looks around and everything, but here's a normal tone whisper, like, you know, saying Carol, and it's Alpha and everything, who says she's always watching and everything, and Carol oddly looks terrified or something off, which I thought was very weird when I first saw the sneak peek and everything, because you would figure her, like, you know, getting Alpha's head, having her killed and everything would be closure, but I guess it's not. Carol also has Lydia's stick in this scene, and this is the shot that pretty much confirms that Carol did not find Lydia and everything, and that, you know, that was Alpha that Carol is looking at and everything in this shot. Because we did see this shot in a lot of, like, you know, season 10B trailers and everything, and we all thought it was, like, you know, Lydia. Well, not all, I won't speak for everyone, but I thought it was personally that she was looking at Lydia, but I guess it is not. The last and final sneak peek is the big one. Carol enters a room and everything where Negan's cell is and everything, and is pretty much, you know, letting him out. Like, I'm pretty sure this would be pretty self-explanatory and everything at the moment, considering that, like, you know, 10-12 of course ended with that gigantic bombshell. So Carol strikes up a deal with, like, you know, Negan and everything, like mentioned earlier, that if Negan brings Alpha's head and everything, that people around the communities will remember him for something other than the horrible things he's done in the past. Now, the big keyword that she does use here is that he must bring the head fast for the deal to still be on. Now, when Negan mentions that, like, you know, she is not holding up her end of the deal, and that, you know, she, like, it, in the end of 10-12, I think she mentions, like, you know, took you long enough. I hope this is not Carol's way of fucking Negan over. Like, I really hope this show steers away from the comics in the way of cutting Negan just, like, loose and everything. I hope they keep him around since they made him a better character than his comic counterpart. Not that the comic was bad or anything, but, you know, this character is just a lot better and, like, likable, and I'm pretty sure a lot of others would be pissed, because honestly, I'll be very pissed if they just cut this great character loose. So those were all the sneak peeks and trailers for, you know, 10-14 and everything. How will Beta react to seeing Alpha's head? What will happen with Negan? And what will happen with just everything? Make sure to leave your thoughts down below, and if I missed something, please tell me down below in the comments and everything, so we can have a bit of a discussion about this great trailer and these great sneak peeks. Like I mentioned before and earlier in the video and everything, all these like, you know, links, sneak peeks, and shit and everything will be linked down below in the description. But yep, that was all and everything. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more of the latest news, breakdowns, reviews, and shit in the Walking Dead universe and everything. And yep, I'll see you guys later. My amigos, and peace out.